Hawthorne. I'm the clerk of the Supreme Court of Texas. Welcome to the induction ceremony for new members of the State Bar of Texas. We're going to get right to it. If you will turn to the back of your program, you will see the oath that you will take today. The oath in your program is yours to keep. By statute, it must be affixed to your license. What that means, I'm not really sure, but you are about to be lawyers, so you can figure that out. I recommend that you have your license certificate framed and that you put the oath on the back of your license so it's there when I come to inspect to make sure that you took the oath. I'm just kidding. This is all on your honor. The oath is yours to keep. And in just a couple minutes, the courts will be out. So thank you for your attention.
All rise. Oyez, oyez, oyez. The Honorable, the Supreme Court of Texas, and the Honorable, the Court of Criminal Appeals of Texas. All persons having business before the Honorable, the Supreme Court of Texas, and the Honorable, the Court of Criminal Appeals of Texas, are admonished to draw near and give their attention, for the courts are now sitting. God save the state of Texas and these honorable courts.
Please be seated. Good morning. I'm Jimmy Blacklock, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Texas.
And I am David Schenck, presiding judge of the Court of Criminal Appeals. The Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals welcome you.
Congratulations on passing the bar exam, but the greater test awaits. We wish each of you the very best as you set out to confront all of the great opportunities and challenges that await you as Texas lawyers. Congratulations also to the people in your lives who love you, who have made this day possible for you. Now I'm thinking mostly of your parents, but whether it's parents or husbands or wives or children or friends or teachers, all of you have so many people to thank for helping you get here today. I know some of them are here with us today, many of them are not. I want all of our new lawyers to stand right now and give a big round of applause to all the people whose love and support got you here.
The ceremony will be short, we promise. We will hear from the President of the State Bar of Texas, the President of the Texas Young Lawyers Association, and most importantly, we will hear from the people who scored highest on the bar exam.
And I'd like to call now on Justice Brett Busby from the Supreme Court to present a couple of awards.
Thank you, Mr. Chief Justice, and may it please the courts, good morning. The Supreme Court of Texas and the Texas Access to Justice Commission present two awards to honor law students and law schools that have gone above and beyond to increase access to justice for the many Texans who cannot afford traditional legal services. The Law Student Pro Bono Award recognizes a student or recent graduate whose pro bono work has made a significant impact on the community and reflects a passion for advocating on behalf of underserved populations. This year, we recognize two truly outstanding law students with the Law Student Pro Bono Award, whose dedication, leadership, and service exemplify the best of the legal profession. First, Brandon Yim, Texas A&M University School of Law class of 2025, is an extraordinary law student whose dedication to public interest law and pro bono service is both deeply personal and profoundly impactful. Shaped by his own experiences with housing insecurity, Brandon transformed this adversity into advocacy. During his time at Texas A&M Law, Brandon contributed nearly 1,000 hours to pro bono and public interest work through clinics, externships, internships, and nonprofit service. His impact spans both criminal and civil contexts, ranging from the Family and Veterans Advocacy Clinic the Texas Legal Services Center, and the Legal Aid Society of San Diego to the Innocence Project and the Public Defender's Office. In addition, as a leader in the Public Interest Law Fellowship student organization, Brandon mentored peers, expanded summer fellowships, and even declined his stipend so that another student with greater financial need could benefit. He worked to strengthen a culture of public interest at Texas A&M Law. Brandon embodies the ideals of a lawyer committed to public service through quiet resolve, humility, and leadership. He leads with purpose, serves with integrity, and exemplifies the mission of the Texas Access to Justice Commission. Unfortunately, Brandon was unable to be here this morning to accept the award, but please join me in applauding Brandon Yim, winner of the Texas Access to Justice Commission's Pro Bono Award. And we're pleased to have with us the other winner of today's award, McKenna McGraw, University of Texas School of Law class of 2026, who's distinguished herself as an exceptional leader and advocate through her extraordinary commitment to pro bono service at Texas Law. Even before law school, McKenna dedicated herself to public service, working as a mitigation intern with both the Capital Punishment Clinic and the Office of Capital and Forensic Writs. In her 1L year, McKenna immersed herself in pro bono work, logging more than 100 hours of service with projects regarding asylum, driver's license recovery, wills, guardianship, juvenile lifers, and parole. She's continued her service, logging a total of 275 hours while contributing to the expunction, Title IX, and Veterans Pro Bono projects, and helping with forensic projects and capital cases. Most notably, she's been a cornerstone of the Mithoff Program's parole project. As a volunteer, and then a pro bono scholar leading the project, she led trauma-informed interview trainings, supervised student teams, and successfully advocated for clients before the Board of Pardons and Paroles, including stepping in at the last moment to secure a favorable outcome for a client when no other student was available. Beyond her direct service, McKenna has strengthened the public interest community at Texas Law through her leadership roles with Texas Law Fellowships, the Public Interest Law Association, and the student-led GRITS Conference. She's also served in the capital punishment and criminal defense clinics and completed public defense internships. Through her intellect, leadership, and unwavering dedication to justice, McKenna has made a lasting impact on those she has served, on her peers, and on the Texas law community. She's a model of the next generation of public interest lawyers, and it's a privilege to recognize her outstanding achievements today. Please join me in applauding McKenna McGraw, winner of the Texas Access to Justice Commission's Law Student Pro Bono Award. McKenna?
Where is she?
Congratulations. And now the Law School Commitment to Service Award, which is given each year to a school that has made significant and innovative strides towards increasing access to justice. This year we recognize South Texas College of Law, Houston. South Texas has long embodied a deep commitment to service, making pro bono work a defining part of its mission and culture. For more than 3 decades, the school's Randall O. Sorrells legal clinics have provided free legal services to underserved individuals and families across the greater Houston community. This past year alone, 172 South Texas law students, under the guidance of licensed faculty and staff attorneys, contributed thousands of hours of pro bono service, directly impacting nearly 2,000 people. The clinics closed more than 700 cases, mediated over 150 disputes, filed dozens of trademark applications, and completed a grant-funded project that helped thousands of families avoid eviction and remain in their homes. In a typical year, students provide more than 35,000 hours of legal services, valued at roughly $2 million, while gaining invaluable real-world experience across 20 practice areas. South Texas's commitment extends beyond its students. Faculty members model a lifetime of service, including Professor Emeritus Mark Steiner, who for more than 3 decades has dedicated thousands of volunteer hours assisting immigrants on the path to naturalization, supporting Houston volunteer lawyers, and contributing to the Texas Legal Answers Project. Through its curriculum, clinics, and student organizations, South Texas College of Law has fostered a culture of service that not only meets urgent community needs, but also inspires graduates who leave understanding that their knowledge and skills can profoundly impact people's lives. And many continue to render pro bono service as attorneys, perpetuating the culture of engagement that began in the classrooms and clinics of South Texas College of Law. South Texas's new president and dean, Ray Valencia, is here to accept the award. Please join me in congratulating South Texas College of Law, Houston.
Thank you, Justice Busby. Texas law requires all lawyers to be members of the State Bar of Texas. And I now want to call upon Santos Vargas, who was elected by his fellow Texas lawyers as president of the State Bar, to welcome each of you into the legal profession. Mr. Vargas.
Good morning, everyone. I'm truly honored to be here and join you on such a meaningful, momentous, and really just truly special day. My name is Santos Vargas, and I have the privilege of serving as your 2025-2026 president of the State Bar of Texas. And today is a huge milestone in each and every one of your lives, just like it was for me 21 years ago, because today you officially join our noble profession. After thousands of hours of study, countless classes, and the challenge of taking the Texas bar exam, you've made it. You've all made it, and you've reached this moment through hard work, through sacrifice and determination, and you should all be incredibly proud of this incredible achievement. By taking the oath today, you become one of more than 118,000 active members of the State Bar of Texas, and you join a community of lawyers bound by professionalism, loyalty to the Constitution, and dedication to serving our clients to the best of our abilities. You also enter a self-governing profession with an independent grievance system, one that operates with both integrity and independence under a state bar devoted to improving the quality of legal services for all Texans. Can I get a show of hands of how many first-generation lawyers we have here with us today? We want to recognize all of you for being the first in your family to recognize and reach this incredible accomplishment. You represent living history, and again, thank you all so much for sticking in and being the first in your family to reach this accomplishment. Along this journey, I want to encourage you to find mentors, lawyers who inspire you and who can help guide you on your path. Now, that might be someone in your firm, it may be a community leader, it may be a member of one of your local Inns of Courts or one of your local or state bar association members. But as you seek inspiration, remember, you, each and every one of you, are already an inspiration to someone else. Reach out for guidance and then turn around and lend your own helping hand to those who come after you. And once you get that tap on the shoulder, answer the call and give back. Help to bridge the justice gap for low-income Texans who can't afford representation. Help those who aren't in a position to help themselves. Be the light for those who far too often live through darkness, and use this achievement to make a real difference in people's lives. You are the future leaders of our profession, and the State Bar of Texas is here to help you grow as lawyers as well as leaders of our bar. Our volunteer leaders and professional staff are always working to provide programs that strengthen your practice and the quality of legal services throughout the state. As you begin your career, I encourage you to take full advantage of the programs that the State Bar of Texas offers. And here are just a few examples. Free legal research, free billing and trust accounting software, a career center where you can post your resume and explore opportunities, a free ethics helpline when you need advice about your professional obligations, business leads through the Lawyer Referral and Information Service, powerful law practice management tools, and a cutting-edge, first-of-its-kind AI toolkit to help you better understand emerging technology and the ethical obligations that surround it. You can also join a State Bar section to network, find mentors, and take part in pro bono work to advance equal access to justice. Now, I also want to remind you that this profession can be demanding, and so it's okay to ask for help. The Texas Lawyers Assistance Program is a confidential and free service from the State Bar of Texas that offers crisis counseling, referrals, peer support, and wellness resources to help you maintain balance and help you maintain your well-being. And through your State Bar membership, you also have access to 1 free month of online counseling through BetterHelp. If you remember one thing, just one thing today from what I say, let it be this. Help is always available, and it's always okay to ask for help. And finally, we're so proud to welcome you as the newest members of the Texas legal profession. We're here for you, not just today, but throughout your entire careers. Congratulations and welcome to the State Bar of Texas.
Thank you, Mr. Vargas. Also here to welcome you as new attorneys is Allison Martinez, the president of the Texas Young Lawyers Association, which as new lawyers you are all eligible for, no matter how old you may happen to be. Ms. Martinez.
Good morning, Chief Justice. Thank you, and may it please the court. It is an absolute honor to stand before you today and welcome so many of our newest Texas lawyers into this great profession. My name is Allison Martinez, and I have the privilege of serving as the 2025-2026 president of the Texas Young Lawyers Association. About 10 years ago, I was sitting exactly where you are now, nervous, excited, and full of hope for what was to come. The ceremony looked a little bit different. It was held at the old Irwin Center that has now been demolished, but the feelings were the same: pride, anticipation, and a deep sense that something important was beginning. I grew up in Laredo, Texas, and for my family and me, that induction ceremony was a huge moment. We didn't come from a long line of lawyers. I was the first generation myself. We came from a place of hard work, faith, and community. So sitting there that day, surrounded by my loved ones, I felt the weight and the joy of what that moment meant, not just for me, but for all of us. And I imagine that's how many of you feel today. You've worked so hard to get here. You've made sacrifices, and you've surrounded by the people who are proud beyond measure to see you take this step. Growing up, every first day of school, as my dad dropped us off, he would look over and say, "Hoy empieza una nueva carrera." Today, a new race begins. It was his way of reminding us to start strong, to stay focused, and to give our best effort from the very beginning. And as a kid, I probably rolled my eyes a few times. But as an adult, and especially as a lawyer, I've come to understand how wise those words are. Because life, and certainly the practice of law, isn't just one race. It's a series of them. Each new challenge, each new opportunity, each new season requires us to begin again with courage, focus, and heart. For each of you sitting here today, hoy empieza una nueva carrera. You are beginning a new race, one that will test you, inspire you, and shape you in ways you cannot imagine. You will have days when you feel like you're running full speed, confident, capable, and certain that you've found your stride. And you will have days when it feels like you've hit a wall, when the finish line seems just out of reach. But every step you take, every case you handle, every client you serve, each one will define the kind of lawyer you were meant to be. And you'll find that this profession, while challenging, offers endless opportunities to grow, to serve, and to make a difference. And I want you to know this: you're not running this race alone. The Texas Young Lawyers Association, or TYLA for short, is here to run it with you. TYLA is the public service arm of the State Bar of Texas, and every lawyer who has practiced 12 years or less, that's right, we're not ageist, is automatically a member. So if you remember just one thing from me today, let it be this: you are already a part of TYLA. No need to give us extra dues or to sign up for anything. You're already a part of us. Our board represents every region of Texas, young lawyers from El Paso to Tyler, from Houston to the Rio Grande Valley, from Dallas to my hometown of Laredo. We are prosecutors and defenders, civil litigators and corporate counsel, government lawyers and solo practitioners, but more than that, we are volunteer colleagues who care deeply about helping each other and young lawyers across Texas succeed. Each year, TYLA develops resources to help young lawyers navigate the early years of practice: guides, toolkits, podcasts, even featuring the Supreme Court of Texas, videos, and wellness programs, all designed to make your professional life a little easier and your personal life a little healthier. When I began my own practice, I remember turning into TYLA's criminal law guides and finding real practical help that made a difference. And today, as president, I'm proud that we continue to create those same kinds of tools for you. But TYLA's work goes beyond the law itself. We care about you, the person behind the lawyer. That's why we've built initiatives like the Attorney Law Wellness Hub, which offers resources to support your mental, emotional, and physical health and well-being. Because striving in this profession means taking care of yourself as much as your clients. You can find all of our resources online at tyla.org, and you can follow us on social media at Tex Young Lawyers. We'd love for you to connect with us, get involved, and use the tools we've created with young lawyers like you in mind. Before I close, I want to share this. While today marks the beginning of a new race, it is also the continuation of one you have been running for years. Every late night, every exam, every sacrifice you've made, it's all brought you here. And with you today comes the wisdom, resilience, and lessons you've earned along the way. Those experiences, those stories, and determination, that's what will make your journey uniquely yours. So, as you cross this milestone, don't lose sight of what brought you here: your passion for justice, your commitment to service, and the people who believed in you when you needed it the most. To each of you, and to your families, friends, and mentors who stood by your side, congratulations. Hoy empieza una nueva carrera, and you already have everything you need to make it a great one.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez. We're coming now to my favorite part of the ceremony, which is when the highest scorer on the bar exam addresses the crowd. This year we have a tie for first place. But before I introduce the two highest scorers, I want to recognize a couple of runners-up. The fourth highest score on the bar exam belongs to Cameron Lindsay from New York University School of Law. Mr. Lindsay. The third highest score belongs to Haris Siddiqui from Stanford University School of Law. Mr. Siddiqui. And the top two scorers, tying for the highest score, were Catherine Frisbee from Duke University School of Law. Ms. Frisbee. And Michael Cooper from Texas A&M University School of Law. Mr. Cooper. We're going to hear briefly from both the high scorers, and we'll begin with Ms. Frisbee.
Good morning, everyone, and may it please the court. My name is Katie Grace Frisbee, and I'm honored to be here with everyone. Like many of you, I've spent a lifetime chasing what's next. At 12, I dreamed of becoming a collegiate softball player. At 16, I committed to UNC Chapel Hill. And at 18, I started my 4 years as a college athlete. But as my collegiate career ran its course, my dreams shifted. I was always focused on the next challenge, chasing a horizon that was just out of reach. My next journey was likely shared with most of you in this room. You graduated college and you chased the LSAT score. You hit the LSAT score and chased admissions. You got into law school and chased the grades. You achieved the grades and chased the internship. You earned the internship and chased the return offer. You received the return offer and chased the diploma. You graduated law school and chased the bar. You passed the bar and you find yourself here today. Always chasing, always reaching, always running towards the horizon. But the horizon never stops moving. And in this profession, it will be no different. There's always another case to win, another client to serve, another milestone to hit. So today, we pause the chase. Look back. We did it. We've arrived at a place we once only dreamed of. The horizon will still be there tomorrow. But for now, stand still and take in the view. Because tomorrow, we don't just chase the horizon, we shape it. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Frisbee. Mr. Cooper.
Mr. Chief Justice, and may it please the court. Good morning. It is an honor to be the next to congratulate you on never having to wonder if the bar test prep service was right about what was not going to be on the exam. In preparing for this, I was faced with acknowledging that I know very little about what it means to be a good attorney and to participate in this profession. And so I took time to speak to some people who I admire greatly, from judges to partners to professors, and to the people who matter most, the people who will depend on our services. From those conversations, I gleaned what I think are three aspirations that we should carry with us: to be good colleagues and community members, to be eager mentors, and to be willing helpers. First, with respect to being good colleagues, this ceremony has been the epitome of a community that celebrates together. That is what this profession ought to aspire to be, to share in our triumphs and victories, as well as to be shoulders where we mourn and suffer. So, as you look back on the journey, as Katie eloquently described, remember all that you triumphed and achieved along the way, and so too remember all that you overcame, and also remember that others did as well. Be a colleague who celebrates those triumphs and helps in that morning. With respect to mentorship, Mr. Vargas said it best, that we already inspire others. As I look around my journey through and to and after law school, I know that it has been shaped by people who generously gave time that I could never have afforded, and they gave it freely and willingly. That my journey into this profession was shaped by people who knew things and were willing to share their knowledge and wisdom. It is now our job, our duty, to be the willing respondent to a DM from a scared 1L or a prospective law student, an anxious summer associate, or another colleague who is just curious about where they ought to go next. At some point when you're in law school, you look at biographies and recognize people you want to be like. Your biographies are those lines to someone else. So make sure you remember that. Finally, after the bar, I had the privilege of traveling around our country and around the world and talking to all manner of people from all manner of places. And I was greeted with a somewhat troubling theme. There's a lot of helplessness. People see directions and social anxieties as things that bear on their daily lives. This itself begets a high volume of social angst, concern, and discord. Embracing our duty of candor, it is neither earth-shattering nor provocative to suggest that this societal angst is a problem that we will face in this profession. It is honest to submit to this court that this angst is not new, nor is it irreducible to one man, moment, or movement. Indeed, we live in a broken and fallen world. It is honest for us to observe that this anxiety breeds helplessness, which itself begets desperation. And this desperation that we witness gives rise to tribalism and even violence. And sociological studies tell us what we would presume about these, that they are symptoms of deeper fractures, feelings of injustice, loss of social integration, and a decay of social institutions that have historically represented the fabric of our country. All of these fractures make division, discord, and violence feel like inevitabilities. But this ceremony challenges that feeling for you, because you are not helpless. You, as an attorney, are a helper. We are helpers, and with this license, you will advise the doubting, defend the innocent, vindicate the rights of the harmed, and ensure fairness for the guilty. In a world that cries out for someone who will hear them and give them counsel, we stand in the gap, charged with the simple yet weighty duty to meet the needs of the fearful, the trembling, and the broken. May we be agents of comfort and mercy as we pursue these duties. Indeed, may we be helpers.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cooper and Ms. Frisbee. Thank you both. And now the moment you've been waiting for, Mr. Steve Binish from the Texas Board of Law Examiners will present to the court a list of the successful examinees. Mr. Binish.
Thank you, Your Honor, and may it please the courts. Good morning, everyone. My name is Steve Binish, and I am a member of the Texas Board of Law Examiners. On behalf of the board, we offer our congratulations to all of you today who are being inducted. The accomplishment of becoming a member of the State Bar of Texas is no small feat, and you and your families should be extremely proud. Even though the Supreme Court of Texas received your scores electronically weeks ago, it is a long-standing tradition that the in-person manual presentation and certification of your names occur in your presence to this court at this time. And so, here we go. Mr. Chief Justice, Mr. Presiding Judge, and members of the courts. At this time, I certify that the persons whose names appear on this list that I am presenting to this court at this time have successfully passed the July 2025 Texas Bar Examination or have otherwise satisfied the examination requirements and have completed all other requirements for licensing and the rules governing admission to the Bar of Texas. Your Honor, may I approach?
You may. Thank you, Mr. Binish. It is now my great privilege to administer to you the lawyer's oath. By taking this oath, you don't just become licensed to represent clients as a lawyer. You also become an officer of the courts of this great state. You will owe a duty of zealous advocacy to the people you represent But you'll also owe a duty of candor and honesty and integrity to the courts in which you appear. And you'll owe a duty to the courts and to the public to practice law in a way that truly does support the constitutions of the United States and of this state, as you are about to swear to do. I charge you to recall as you go forward from here the words of this oath that you take today, which you should repeat after me, stating your name where I state mine. So please stand with me, raise your right hand. I, Jimmy Blacklock, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and of this state, that I will honestly demean myself in the practice of law, that I will discharge my duties to my clients to the best of my ability, and that I will conduct myself with integrity and civility in dealing and communicating with the court and all parties. So help me God. Congratulations to each of you. Well done. Well done. We're so happy to have been able to share this moment with you. The State Bar will provide refreshments for you and your family and friends immediately following these ceremonies on level 3, which is one level up. And with that, this special session of the Supreme Court of Texas and the Court of Criminal Appeals is now concluded, and the clerk will adjourn the courts.
All rise. Oh yay, oh yay, oh yay. The Honorable, the Supreme Court of Texas, and the Honorable, the Court of Criminal Appeals of Texas now stand adjourned. Congratulations. Let the celebration begin.